I first really started to take genuine interest in the GDPR around 2014, and I equate that sort of learning curve that I went on to sort of like the 5 stages of grief. You sort of 5 stages of GDPR grief, right? You sort of start with you start with denial. Yeah, it's just not going to happen, right? Then you move through to anger because it has happened, and there's only 2 years to get. And you're thinking, well, how could they do this, right? How could this happen? And you sort of move through the other stages of grief. You know, you've got your bargaining where, you know, maybe Brexit will help us. You know. So and then sort of working through these 5 stages of grief, you sort of get to an acceptance from it, and it's not a grim acceptance, a reluctant one, because the spirit of transparency, of accountability, is one to be applauded, you know, to really admire and to want to get on board, because ultimately any meaningful relationship we're going to have, whether it's suppliers, partners, or indeed customers, is going to be built on trust. And I can see, you know, the headlines of, you know, the painful fines and the painful journey that many companies might need to go on will outweigh the perceived benefits right now. But I'm hoping that in the not too distant future, what we have is databases full of quality, where conversations have been started from a position of transparency, from a position of clear intent and choice, so that those relationships can be nurtured in the way we'd all aspire to have those relationships nurtured, so that you're getting more out of that marketing database, you're getting more out of those sales conversations, that people are intrinsically more willing to share because they know you're treating them with respect and enshrined under the law. And it's sort of it sort of saddens me that it's taken such a big legal instrument to sort of shock or jolt even myself, you know, back into that way of thinking that it's not about just because the data is there we should take it and use it. It's more subtle and nuanced than that, and you know, we will have less quantity. The volumes will be hit, but if we're honest, how many of our databases are actually actively engaged? How many of our prospects return our calls and want to hear from us? And so whilst we might lose volume, hopefully we increase value, we increase quality, and everyone's having a better conversation as a result.